broadcast network, AFTERBUZZ TV. Over 20 million weekly downloads from over 200 countries and your #1 source in after-show entertainment. AFTERBUZZ TV, the destination for TV superfans. Producing aftershows for over 300 of your favorite TV shows. Interviewing celebrities and showrunners. And bringing you behind-the-scenes exclusives. All thanks to E! Entertainment's Maria Menounos, producer Kevin Undergaro, and internet leader Akamai. Now, let the buzz begin!
Hello, Under the Dome fans! Welcome back to the AFTERBUZZ TV After Show for Under the Dome, Season 2, Episode 9, The Red Door. I'm Matt Lieberman. The whole panel's back this week.
The four hands!
The four hands!
Woo, yes!
Yes, Amanda's here, Amanda Fields.
Yes, hi.
Jacque Borowski's here.
Holla.
Carrie Long is here.
Hi.
Marissa Serafini on the ones and twos.
Hello.
Yes, and you know something. Now, obviously, last week, we said, listen, we've all kind of given up on this show being the show we want it to be, so we're just going to enjoy it for the show that it is. But then, a confluence of promising decisions
Yes.
and an expertly cut promo for next week has me, dare I say it, optimistic about this show once again, and I don't know how to feel about that.
I was just telling Matt and Carrie before we came in, that I was like, they actually care about character development in the next episode. It's so exciting.
Yeah.
And I mean, the other thing is you have who I think are two of the best actors on the show, the actor who plays Big Jim and then the actress who plays Pauline, and they're having a reconciliation, so you're like, this is going to be good.
Can't wait. Yeah, that was crazy.
Yeah. We're going to get into it 100%. Let's start out in Zenith with our Zenith crew. We had Barbie, who was captured by special forces.
He was really captured by
his
dad's people.
By his dad's
Security.
private security guys.
Yeah. Yes.
He's special forces. And the private security guy really underestimates Barbie, getting so close in and allowing him a moment to just like wrap that chain around him and just mess him up big time.
That's what happens though when you're private security and not actual like military
But
or
he's
special
like,
forces.
I feel like they're militarily trained. Like the Black Ops private military guys are former Marines in Army and Navies.
Rookie mistake, he got choked out by chain.
Yeah.
Choked out.
But it seems immediately obvious to us and to Barbie that folks want this egg, this power source. They're aware of what's going on in Chester Mill, and Barbie's not going to give it to him. He's not going to do that. He's not going to be that guy.
Well, can I just add that I think this was the first episode that they actually changed the beginning to say a few weeks ago.
I think
that was last week.
Last week
Okay.
they did it.
And thank you for changing that.
Yes,
Yes.
thank you.
I can sleep at night. Thank you.
Yes, I knew Carrie would be excited.
Yeah, because as of last week, it had been as of last week's episode, it had been 3 weeks.
Yes.
It had been 21 days. This is the 22nd day.
And they were aware of it.
Yes.
The Dome people are
Really,
aware.
really lovely that we're making ourselves aware of that.
But
yeah,
yes, that was exciting.
Yes.
Little Barbie.
yeah,
Retaliating.
kicking his ass and stealing his clothes.
I do like though how Barbie points out that they're not any sort of authority figure as far as like the government is concerned.
Bad. She's like calling
And
him
then
out.
after that, he doesn't say something like, "Well, you don't have the authority to just keep me here. Effectively, you have kidnapped me."
Yeah.
I mean, I was kind of hoping that he would. I mean,
Spell
and I know,
that out for the
yeah,
audience?
and I know Barbie isn't the same as my now one true love. What's his face? The hacker.
Yeah.
The adorable
Hacker,
hacker.
hot guy?
Hacker.
Hunter.
Hunter.
Yes.
Hunter.
And-
Hacker. Hot guy.
Again, promising decisions, bringing hacking Hunter Hot Guy into the Dome.
That's always
Yes.
a good idea.
Good idea.
Yes.
Hot people.
Always.
Well, no, it's just like you
good for breeding.
introduce a couple of promising characters in Pauline and in Hunter, and you keep them on the show by bringing them into
By
the Dome.
getting them stuck under the dome. Yes.
Exactly. Less promising decision having Lyle effing disappear because once again, this Dwight Yoakam acting is one of my favorite things about this show.
It really is.
I
really
hold it in a
is.
special place in my heart.
Every time I look at Pauline and I'm like, this woman, even though like she was painted previously as crazy, like we've seen enough of her that we're like, she's so decent and put together and like attractive
And like very sane.
and very sane. And Dwight Yoakam has like a giant bald spot and never brushes his hair.
Pauline, it's
and-
gonna be okay. It's is this how the visions start? Oh.
And I'm like, how
Maybe-
did these people ever date? How did they ever
High
date?
school,
In high
man.
school, he was a
Young
different
love.
person.
High school, he had all the promise in the world. He was
He
on
had
the
all his
football
hair.
team. He had all his hair. He was gonna go all state, maybe go pro. No, not so.
No.
He's a barber now, yo. All right,
I
let's
don't
stop
even think he
rhyming.
was
Yo.
like that in high school. Speculate, tweet at us, let us know what you think Dwight Yoakam's character was like in high school.
Yes.
Yeah, Lyle Chumley. There was no Lyle Chumley in the book. No.
No.
Okay. It's a fantastic name.
Chumley.
Chumley.
There might
It
have
just
been a character, but
implies
it's nothing.
stupid.
They use a lot of like similar character names, but as far as like the main characters, no.
Yeah.
there weren't.
Okay. So Barbie escapes from custody, and meanwhile we got Pauline, we got Sam, we got Lyle trying to decipher all of Pauline's postcards. And
Postcards from the edge.
postcards from the edge of the past, of the future, of the past. And basically, Lyle's the one who comes up with the idea. He's like, look, the locker, that was the way out. That was a red door. So the red door must be a way in. We should find the red door. Yeah. And
You just can't help yourself.
I can't do it. I cannot do
They're
it.
like, was there a red door at the playground? No.
Well, there was.
But wait.
Yeah.
Maybe there is.
Maybe there is. So they go down there, where they're immediately stalked by some of these private security military dudes. And Sam and Lyle run off to try to kind of take them off their trail there, while Pauline stares at this red door. And for a hot second, we think maybe there's some kind of significance. And then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, this like snotty kid comes out.
Who
And-
looks like Little Junior.
He does look
Yeah.
similar to Little Junior.
And he's like, "Hey, no adults allowed." Was he carrying a drone?
Sure.
Or was I imagining
I think
that?
it was like a Nerf.
like
Nerf
a,
toy.
yeah, like a Nerf toy.
But no, it was a drone. It had
Wait.
4 propellers.
A drone.
It was a specific choice someone made to give him that toy.
Yeah.
There are a plethora of
I mean,
children's
Is
toys.
a drone a helicopter? Is that what you're...
It's like a quadricopter. Like it has 4, and it can kind of fly in all
Yes.
directions.
Very
Yeah.
That's what it
controversial,
did look
yes.
like.
Yeah.
And it was yellow and black.
Yeah,
I do like how she looked wistfully at him, like, "Oh, I'm imagining."
I
Junior."
remember when
I
I had a
remember.
child. Yeah.
I should go see him.
Maybe I shouldn't have abandoned my child. Yes.
Oh, decisions.
Decisions. Yeah, so they all link up back together and like, well, it's not here. Oh, well. Wait a second. We got followed. Pauline, your apartment isn't safe. Where can we go? And they go to
Nerd Central.
Yeah.
Dun-dun-dun.
They go to CSI headquarters. I mean, Hounds of Diana headquarters. But it looks just like any other CBS show's Techie Central, basically.
And there's a new friend of Hunter who's in the
I'm looking for
Trevor.
his name.
dugout. Trevor.
Hunter, Trevor.
I
Trevor.
had
Yeah.
names for them.
Hunter and Trevor.
I did like how the Hounds of Diana made, it was a little more explained now, gave it some depth to it. We could kind of see, who knows how many people follow it.
Right.
You know,
And we
it's
see
his
that it
way.
is a whole operation. Because at first we
Exactly.
thought it was just Pauline, and then we thought it was just Hunter, and now it's
it's a whole
Hunter, Trevor,
entity,
and
yeah.
Pauline.
And
Yeah.
they also reinstate that, even though Hunter works for Barbie's dad, they do not really get along and they're not on the same team.
Well,
Oh,
he's
I
using
know what I
Barbie's
named
dad.
him. Creepy Trevor and Hot Hunter.
Oh.
I love
Because
it.
So
Trevor
why
was
is
creepy.
Trevor creepy?
He had a very creepy look about
Creepy
him.
vibe?
He wasn't
Yes.
creepy. He was just maybe like, he's, the less attractive kind of nerd. He's the
No.
nerd without
Can't have
sex
two hot
appeal.
nerds? Can't have two hot nerds?
Well, he did help them out later.
How about
on.
did.
Shifty? Can we call him
Shifty.
Shifty?
Real
Shifty
Shifty.
Trevor?
Yeah.
Shifty Trevor.
Because shifty people can ultimately overcome that label,
You
I
can
think.
Yes.
de-shift yourself.
Creepy people, it's more difficult.
Creepy is more Lyle.
Creepy has intent. Shifty is just your suspicion.
But meanwhile, in the dome,
Yes.
Julia is visited by Big Jim. And since when did the border of the dome come down Julia's street? Did they change that, or was that always?
I don't
like
think
that?
she was. Was she at her
I thought she
house?
was at Big Jim's house.
Oh,
She was a big
Because
Jim.
remember, that's where they were all against the wall when they
Yeah.
had the premonition that they thought they had to kill Jim.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Okay. It's all making
It's
sense
all
now. Because
coming back
at first
to
I
me.
thought she was at her house, and I was like, why is the border of the dome right there? Okay.
Yeah.
It's shrinking.
Mm-hmm. Maybe.
that could
Who
be a good
knows? That would
storyline.
be.
You guys
Hey,
can use
that
that.
would be a cool
Starts to
disaster of the
shrink.
week. Domes start shrinking, and houses are getting wiped out, and we're gonna run out of space. Oh no, we're all gonna get squashed. How do we save it, Rebecca? Do we build something ridiculous?
I am glad that they did not have her build a dome egg finder.
And that she even commented on it. She was
Yes.
like, I think I have a better idea than copper wire and duct tape, okay?
And potatoes. She didn't say that, but I was thinking it.
And potatoes.
Is it weird? You guys just feel like all of a sudden this episode, like all the writers, like they were just like, yeah, guys, let's do it. Let's get in there and get after this. Like this
Yeah.
episode felt so fresh and actually,
I felt like they were trying to fix a lot of the problems that they had set up.
Yes.
Because now I have a concrete. And I'll say this in predictions. I have a concrete vision as to what's going on, aside from us being like, well, what is it?
Yeah.
What is this?
Well, here's what I'm thinking. I feel like at this point in the season, episode 9, at this point in the writer's room, they've now seen a few of the cuts of episodes that have been
True.
shot of season 2.
True.
And they're realizing, hey man, something's a little off here. And it's too late to course correct any of these other episodes. So what can we do to just aggressively get people back in the dome and start making some relationships
Yes.
happen?
Yes.
Because they had already made this decision to go to Zenith. That was something that probably happened very early on in the planning for this season. They weren't going to go away from it. So and that's how they were going to disseminate all this information about what else was going on in the world.
Speaking of relationships, what about Melanie and Junior?
We're going to get to it.
I can't.
We're
wait.
gonna get to
Can't
it.
wait.
Because
Yeah.
I got something to say about
Yes.
her. Okay?
Miss Melanie.
Hoeing it up.
With a man in mourning, okay?
Wow.
All right.
Wow.
But let's finish up in Zenith before we
Okay.
get into
Yes,
everybody
yes,
else.
Okay.
So, so they're at Nerd Central, and there's a knock at the door, and it looks like a paramilitary guy, but it's in fact Barbie. And
Nice.
Hunter has that great line, oh, don't worry, that's just how he says hi to people, because he's got his gun drawn on Trevor.
love it.
And he sees Sam, and he's like, you're a murderer! Murderer! And Pauline's like, what? And
my own brother.
yeah. Now, sometimes I bag on people on this show
No.
for poor acting. The scene where Sam confesses to his plan to murder all of the Four Hands is really over the top. He starts at a 9. Like, there's nowhere to really go, because he's like, look, I did what I had to do. There, you left me alone with these things, and everything that in my power told me that this is. And there was no subtlety whatsoever. Am I wrong? Am I a jerk? Tell me the truth, people.
I think they're trying to portray Sam as severely unhinged, and I think that adds to his severely unhingedness.
Okay.
Maybe he's always at a 9 on the inside.
Ooh. And being accused of murder causes him to flip-flop his outside and his inside.
Yes.
It's
Yeah.
deep, guys.
I imagine
deep.
that would cause
It's really
anyone to flip-flop their inside and outside. In any case, Pauline convinces him we need to go back under the dome to save my son, because that's what we should have done in the first place. That's what my visions are about. My vision of a spiral, let's not forget about that.
Yes.
We don't quite know what's up with it, but that's what's going on. And, you know, it's it's funny. We've got all these people together, and finally, I feel like someone's being super active on this show. This is an episode with a lot of active motion.
Yes.
It's
Yes.
like, okay, you know, we've got this red door. We're like mapping out where all these red doors are in town. Barbie takes one look at it. He's like, I know that red
The only
door.
problem I have, though, is dropping Google images of doors in to try and find out where the red doors are. I was like, guys, you could just
Yeah.
do some old school super sleuthing and kind of like figure it out.
Who
until you
needs
get
old
to
school
the
when we got
door.
new school? This is CBS. Look at all the cool technology we have in all of our various shows. Have you
Look at
seen
these-
Intelligence?
Artistic doors.
That was the thing I didn't need. I was just like, it would have made more sense almost for Barbie to walk around the town and then have it jog his memory. Oh my gosh, I know that I know
Right.
where that door is, versus, guys, let's catfish this and drop it in Google Images
Yeah,
and try and find the source of it.
Especially since it went nostalgic. Like, I would have liked, some kind of, seeing more backstory of Barbie there, which I know we'll get to, like, how we started to
Yes.
see backstory, but they really could have tied it in. I just, I agree
Yeah.
with you. They missed a mark to maybe tie a little in.
Yeah, I think so. But in any case, we have our intrepid foursome off to Barbie's childhood home in order to gain access to the Red Door, which is in a root cellar from Prohibition, because of course it is.
I
Because
love
he has
intrepid.
an old timey house.
Yeah.
Yes, intrepid foursome.
Yeah.
I love that. Okay, an old-timey house with a little
Yeah.
door.
An old timey house.
And didn't they make the comment, too, that somebody says something about Chester's Mills on your family's property?
Yes.
So they must be
The property
adjacent.
lines had changed or something like that, I think was the reference. And
Right.
so it kind of makes sense that there are these portals that are on his property going into Chester's Mill.
Which is, if that's
Interesting.
true, what else is? What else is on the property?
Yeah.
Is there something...
I want to know more about why Barbie shunned his, rich kid lifestyle and all the inheritance and everything and became a hired thug after
Well, he
leaving
was-
the military.
yeah.
Yeah.
I want to know that too. I want to know more about his backstory. And I mean, we know now that Melanie is his half sister.
Yeah.
And we know that Melanie was effectively there at both points in which the handprints were made. So when the first handprint was made with Barbie, she was there, and then when Angie was killed, she was also when Angie made the handprint.
I have a question about that. Why was Melanie so much older than Barbie in the flashback?
Because Barbie was younger. She was a
Yeah.
teenager in 1988, and he appeared to only be a
Okay.
few years old.
Yeah, because
That
you have
would
to
make
think
him in his
she'd be like
30s.
Lyle's age now.
Yeah.
That's true. Okay, it's all coming
Yeah.
together.
And
I was just a
It's
little
all coming
perplexed.
back
And then
to
his
you.
dad looked the same in the
Yeah.
flashback. So
Yeah, because
They
they
just-
didn't hire another actor. David Emerson. He's a great actor.
he is great.
He is great. He's great in everything.
Who is the mother of Melanie? Who do we think?
We don't know.
Yeah.
I think that might pop up
Some
next
dad
week.
was getting a little something on the side.
I'm gonna say it's Andrea.
What? Food
No.
hoarder?
Yeah. Food hoarder Andrea. When her rich husband left her, she was distraught, and she used all of her alimony payments on canned
I've
goods.
got Twinkies.
Yeah. And
Could
she
be.
promptly ate half of them, and the rest can feed the town for a few months.
It's very helpful.
Yes. Okay, so they go inside the root cellar into a door that had never existed before, and I suppose will never exist again because when the dude checks later on, it's gone. Well, even before that, they sneak onto the property using Trevor and this like recording, like, "Dad, I got out. I need your help. Dad, I got out. I need." Okay.
Wait, what was it?
Dad, I got out. I need your help.
That's-
Which
that's
doesn't make
what
any
I'm saying, okay.
sense. Which is like, it's basically like saying, Dad, I escaped. That was my mistake. I shouldn't have gotten out. Oh, please put me back in fake jail. And so they head into this tunnel, and they're all confronted with what appears to be
Spiral flashback.
some kind of memory tornado.
Yes.
Yeah.
Dun, 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 dun,
Yeah.
dun.
So.
A horrifying mist swirling to their face.
Yes. So Sam has a memory of Pauline's quote-unquote funeral, a cough, and Junior is basically like Mom said one day you would save me, which knowing that Sam knew that this whole time makes it even more kind of disturbing that he was going to kill him.
Right.
Yeah. So that's been rattling around Sam's mind for a while. Maybe he's been blocking it out. But, yeah, he was stealing Mom's stuff immediately after the funeral. And poor little Junior's like, please don't leave me with my dad.
He's scary.
He's scary.
He's gonna yell at me a lot
Take
in
me
the
with
future.
you.
Take him with you. I'm not going to do ragtime on the show. But, yeah, so he has that vision. Barbie has this memory of Melanie and the handprint and Dad being stern. And then we have Pauline get a premonition with Melanie in it, where they're talking about the egg. She's in Chester's Mill. What's going on, people? How do we feel about this?
This is where it began, and this is where it ends.
I know. I feel like Melanie is strongly tied to everything in some way, shape, or
She's
form.
like the Earth Mother, the Dome Mother, the Egg Protector.
Earth giver. Well, here's an interesting thought. If we don't know who Melanie's mom is and we haven't met her
she's an
before,
alien.
maybe she's a goddamn alien or an angel.
Yes.
Of some kind. I don't know. But seeing as how the egg is an energy source, it's feeling less and less biblical to me because
Yes.
that's technology.
Yes.
There was that one biblical reference this episode. I think it was from Lyle again.
Uh-huh.
Oh,
Well, it's
yes.
because that's how he processes all
The red
information.
I am sad
They're
though.
all out of beef jerky at the Quick and Save. Must be apocalypse. It's in the cards. It's in the cards. It's in the cards.
I
Melanie!
really was sad though, because after that series of like screwy dream sequences,
Yeah.
I expected to get
A
Lyle's.
Lyle one!
And I know that Lyle's, because you know Lyle's has got to be the most interesting, promising, craziest.
Maybe
Either-
he short-circuited the crazy mental back-in-time tornado, and that's what happened. Like, they're just like, oh, yeah, well,
Yeah, we
he didn't
didn't
make
see
it. We better
Hunters
swim
either.
in.
Yeah, Hunter's like, no, I didn't see
He didn't get
anything."
one, which made me sad because
Or
like,
he's keeping it to himself.
that's true.
Possible.
But I picture Lyle's to be like him, like everybody else has these like deep and meaningful thoughts, and I picture Lyle's to be like skipping through like the flowers with like the Ten
love
Commandments in his hands, being like,
Yeah,
I
well,
knew it all along.
Lyle is the only member of their party not to show up in the lake when they get out of the vortex.
Yeah,
So
Gotta be
Where
something.
is Lyle?
we don't quite know. We don't quite know. And so Pauline goes back into the Rennie house and is caught by Big Jim, who's stunned to discover that his wife is in fact alive. We're going to learn so much more about that. We're going to talk more about it in a second. But first, I want to give a quick message from our friends at Walmart. Folks, are you aware of savings? What are savings? Savings is the best thing in the world. It's how you know that you are getting the best possible price for all the products that you want any time of day, any time of night, at the best store in the world,
Walmart.
Because they have absolutely everything. But when you're out there looking for savings, you assume Walmart can't possibly have everything. I mean, how could one store have the best prices at everything? That seems illogical, Matthew. And so you spend all your energy running all over town trying to find better deals on the off chance that you find one when you could have just gone to Walmart in the first place. Now, Walmart is your friend. They got your back, and they have an idea for you. It's called the Savings Catcher. You go to walmart.com/savingscatcher, you enter your receipt, you go buy your products at Walmart, you enter your receipt, and if there is any store that is offering a lower price on a product, they will give you the difference between what you paid and what you could have paid for free as an e-gift card immediately,
They
right
do
to
the
your
comparison
email.
shopping for you. You don't even have to look around.
It's so convenient. I can't believe I didn't think of it first and patent it. But Walmart thought of it first because they're geniuses. You can go to walmart.com/savingscatcher, or you can use the Walmart app, enter your receipt, and get the savings today, people. What are you waiting for? A dome to fall? There's not going to be a Walmart under the dome. Okay, and we won't have an internet connection unless we're in a high school. So go to your local Walmart now and start shopping so you can save. Savings Catcher. Become one today. All right.
That's
feel that?
exciting.
You feel that heat?
Yes.
I felt those savings.
I just burned up a lot of oxygen in this room.
Ooh.
Yeah.
One breath.
All right, so Big Jim is aware that Barbie is alive.
yes.
He is peppered about it. He is not happy. He is steamed like a crawdad.
Why'd you keep that from me, Julia?
Yeah.
And
well,
Rebecca.
And
Did you
Rebecca.
not just love, too, how he had his back in the chair when they went to the justice, and he turns around, he's like, yes, I know that Barbie is alive. Like, I love that. I was like,
I love that because I also feel like Dean Norris specifically asked
Yes.
for that. He was like, this is what I want to do, and I'm going to do it.
yes, because I'm Dean Norris. I love it. Yes.
Like Dr. Evil.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was
Classic.
like Dr.
It's like,
Evil.
look,
Great. I approve.
I'm the villain, all right? Let me be a villain for once and not just a guy running around being self-important.
Big Jim Rennie.
And I love how he told Julia, you don't know me as well as I thought you did.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he's so loving and
He's
a family
so-
man.
I do.
lovely.
Well, I do though. Like how he pointed out that like Julia's like, oh, you don't love people, blah blah blah, and he timely pointed out that he loves his wife very much, which I do believe.
And I mean, he loves his son to a point. He was willing to, you know,
Take him back with him.
Well, yeah,
When
that's my point. It's like he's selling out the whole town, but not just for him, for his son too.
I I like how, though, Big Jim has moved on for me from being Dome Jesus to Dome Moses, because he's like, we'll just bring these people out of the dome. They will all just follow me.
Let my people... Oh, wait, no. Can you write musical score notes so we can do Let My People Go through a dome that you can't hear sound from?
He is sexist, though, because he asks, show me who's in charge. I want to talk to him. I was like,
that too.
Excuse me, could be a woman, Big Jim.
I thought the same thing.
Yeah.
Him.
Yeah. Come on,
Really?
Big Jim.
Yeah,
Come
Big
on.
Jim.
Be
Come
progressive.
Be progressive.
Be
This
progressive.
is why you're the bad
Dome.
guy, because you're sexist.
Yeah.
I mean, also, like, all the murder
And all those other things.
But
he does.
sexism is
Some
also
minor
important.
detail. That's,
So, armed with the knowledge that Barbie is alive and that Barbie is alive, he corners Junior, who gives him all the scoop because Junior just can't quit his dad. And he lets him know, yes, Barbie's alive, and the military wants the egg. So, Big Jim marches right up to the dome with a notepad, and he says, let me talk to the person who is most sexist like me. And the guy brings a special computer that he can see through a dome, and they have a little quiet chat.
it was very Leftovers.
Yeah.
You watching that? Very
Yeah.
left with the writing. I enjoyed.
I love.
I thought it would have been a nice product placement for that Microsoft
For
tablet.
the Surface!
Right?
Hello, but
No,
maybe Big
but the
Jim's old
problem
school.
is-
He's too old school.
Well, no, these are all villains. We can't have villains using the Surface.
Right.
Only good
Only
teenage
good
children.
children with dog
in
shirts
random spots.
can use the
in high school.
surface.
Exactly. Dog shirts.
Joe, like, who
Where is
costuming
Truman?
Joe?
What
Where
happened
is
to Truman?
Who is costuming Joe? Last week he looked like Weekend at Bernie's. This week he has a giant dog on his shirt.
Was it Bull Terrier on it?
He had a three-legged dog named Truman who was a goddamn hero.
He did, and he had a friend named Ben who was loyal and asthmatic.
Yeah.
And Ben's gone again. So he was
Again.
there and then he was gone.
For a second,
Maybe
just
he's
to
out
be a
hiking.
nuisance. Not even to do anything important.
No.
What is his life like? All right.
He's with Carolyn somewhere.
Yeah. So he makes this plan. He's like, listen, I'll get you the egg. You show me where it is. I'll bring it to you. And I'll bring it outside. But you gotta let me bring the entire town with me. And the military is like, hell no.
Nope.
Which begs the question, why?
Yeah, why does the
why
military not want to save all those people? And is this truly the military, or are these more of the private contractors? Because I was
Yeah, good
confused
one.
as
Yeah.
to who it was.
Because
Who
do they
are
have
they?
badging
Yeah.
on them?
I
No.
thought
no
they were wearing
badging.
all black. I thought that's what it was.
No, that guy,
So they
the guys
must-
at the dome are wearing greens, are wearing fatigues.
Oh.
No,
But
it was
anybody
bla-
can wear
I thought it was
fatigues.
black.
No, but it does beg the question: who are these
Yeah,
people?
who
are
are
these
they?
people?
Because you feel like if it was somebody
good point.
in a point of authority, they would say, yes, bring everybody out.
Right.
And they would
Why
say, yes,
wouldn't
this
they?
is who we are. There's no logo anywhere.
Yeah.
And that was addressed by Barbie that you need to be badged up.
Yes.
So
Yes.
Yeah.
How could you
we're
get away
onto
with this?
something, guys.
Listen,
Yes.
yo, get
Onto
badged
it.
up or get bandaged up.
What?
Okay? Yeah, that's right. I don't know. This is already this is only Tuesday. Jesus. All right. So
Dome Jesus.
Dome Jesus.
Gone Moses.
Thank you.
Dome
Sorry.
Jesus Moses.
Dome Jesus. So he the guy shakes his head, and so then Big Jim doesn't even take a second. He basically was like, all right, yeah, I wasn't expecting to
that
get that
coming.
anyway.
All right, there we go.
And for a second, I forgot who he was. I thought he was going to turn back around the pad and say, how many can I bring? Instead, it was just like me and my son. The guy's like, all right, shoot, yeah.
He's like,
man."
yeah,
two.
I can get you what you want, egg.
I love that picture.
Yeah, a little circle.
Like,
He
how do you
can't
know
write
it's a
egg. He
zero?
has to draw a picture of the egg.
Mm-hmm.
Big old
Trying to
zero.
be sneaky.
Yeah. So, with the plan now in place, Big Jim marches off to interrogate everybody. And he interrogates Julia, and then he interrogates Rebecca, who I completely forgot was not aware of any of this
Yes,
stuff.
I
Yeah.
forgot
I thought
about
she
that
was in
too.
on it.
I like
yeah.
they kept her in the dark.
Yeah.
Well,
I like that.
she's portrayed as so smart that you think she knows it all, but she doesn't.
She's a little more human now. Like
Yes.
each episode, I really like Rebecca Pine.
Yeah.
I mean, I
Yeah.
know we were hard on her when we thought she was available. But I like her.
Starting to come over to her side.
Yeah, and her
Yeah.
confrontation with Julia was nice. Like she was honest in that moment. Like, look, this is how it's gonna be.
Well, and that's going back to what we said about character development. It's like they're
Yeah.
allowing this new character to develop past just
In
like
a realistic
Yes.
way.
Yes.
And she's
past
like, I know,
just,
you,
like, I know everything.
Ah.
like, I know you don't really have a reason to trust me, and that's probably for a good reason, but listen,
Yeah.
let's work together.
Yeah, it just creates more depth, more foil of characters.
Makes them more fun to watch. We
Yeah.
care about them a little more. Meanwhile, so she goes to talk to Ms. Julia, who is just torn. She's Natalie Imbruglia torn.
Yes.
Okay? She really wants Barbie back, and she thinks bringing the egg will get Barbie back. But we all know that egg needs to stay in town.
It must.
Because it's how you generate a dome. What happens when the dome's gone? I don't know.
And do we really think the egg will allow itself to be taken out?
That's also a good question.
Yeah, that's a good question.
It let itself get pretty close to the edge.
But remember, the egg was the thing that showed them this is the way to Zenith. So I wonder if they need to get the egg there.
Yeah, don't know. Got 4 episodes to figure that one out.
But it's not safe to get it there right now because we got all these fake military guys looking around.
Ooh, I have something in predictions I have to add about Melanie and the egg.
Okay.
Dun, dun, dun.
So
forget.
yeah, accompanying Julia are Ms. Melanie and Joe and Nori, who are back to being in love, which we've talked to death about that.
Hot and cold. Yes and no.
It's a true relationship.
So
Where one kid wears dumb dog shirts and the other one is much smarter than the other.
Yeah.
So, one lone email gets through, pokes its way through the dome, and
Which makes Joe's ears perk up.
yeah,
His dog
Like
ears.
the dog that's on his shirt. And
Exactly.
he says, wait a second. Last time we did this, we got a whole bunch of emails at once. And this is just one email. Makes me
Whoever
think someone's
sent it must be
controlling
controlling
the
the-
signal.
Joe is now an internet expert.
yeah. It's like these weird moments where Joe has these flashes of insight before
Yes.
being an idiot for 3 episodes in a row. It's crazy. It's like real life. And so it is a video message, an incredible high quality HD video.
Absolutely.
From Barbie's dad, basically saying, bring the egg to get Barbie. And Melanie's like, I know that voice. But she doesn't, like, walk behind Julia to find out who that is or, anything like that. And she's just like, we can't bring it. We can't no, we can't. Julia, I don't trust you anymore because you love Barbie more than you love this town. Maybe true, which is, if it is true, crazy. Because let me remind you again, she has known Barbie for 22 days.
Yes, and she's the monarch.
She is the gosh darn monarch. She's the one who's supposed to be thinking about the town in general.
Well,
And he killed her husband.
And he killed her husband.
Just
Oh,
a
it makes
little
you do crazy things.
thing.
No, not
No.
this crazy.
she's cray.
Ugh,
Crazy in love.
no.
Whoa.
No to my singing. That's fine.
Yeah, so Big Jim gets burned by everybody.
Well.
Because when he goes to Angie's apartment to go find, which I love how after this whole scene where he's being silent, he says to himself, Angie McAllister's apartment. Yeah, I know where that is. And I'm just like, who are you talking to, pal? And he goes there and he finds Squat because Junior steals the egg before he can get it.
Yes.
Good boy.
And he meets up with Melanie, who's like, listen, you can't bring it to Julia either because I don't trust her anymore. Is there somewhere we can go?
She's like, you can stick the egg in my pants and then try and find it.
Oh.
Where's the egg, Junior?
Just went there.
I love how
Yeah.
he's like, do you want to help me hide it?
Hide it? Do you want
I know
to
a
put
place.
something somewhere?
In my pants. I was
Yeah.
playing the in my pants game.
So he takes her to the most romantic place that he knows of, which
Yep.
is the bunker.
The bunker
did.
that he used to hold his ex-girlfriend in.
Right.
God,
Because
I
that
was,
was
like,
so
not
romantic.
ashamed to
And-
bed.
but can we just comment on how perfect Melanie is for Junior? Because she gets in there and she's like, it's actually really nice in here. I
Perfect
like
together.
it
Well,
here.
this is because she dated Sam, and that's probably Sam's idea of a
likes
good
crazy.
date as well.
Yeah.
That's true. Yeah.
Will you hold me here?
And he's like,
Hold me
Bed.
here in
Dirty
this
mattress.
bunker.
This bed bug ridden mattress.
yeah, my dad won't look, like close to where I hit it. And then she's like, okay, hey, so you want to just like lie down for a while and I don't know,
Bow, chicka, chicka,
like
bow, wow.
just like rest here together, like what
Let
like
me
whatever.
take this big belt off, though.
Yeah, as soon as he takes
I'm
that belt
like,
off, I'm like,
what?
this girl knows exactly what she is
yes.
up to.
Yes.
She is taking advantage of a
Yes.
grieving young hottie and
Yep.
she is going to mount him for the first time since 1988.
And she's
She
a
is
corpse.
mounted
Just
person.
saying.
Yeah, she is a corpse.
Slash
Which
maybe
also,
an alien.
can we then talk about his role in this? In that he is totally going to have sex with a dead person.
Yeah.
Reanimated.
Reanimated dead person.
Necromancy.
Less like literally a week after his girlfriend that he was in love with and then
Well-
he killed people over died.
Love happens quickly under the dome. You know,
Lots of highs and lots of low lows.
True
true
dat.
relationships.
Yeah. Anything else we want to talk about before we get into predictions?
No, I have
Little Barbie was
predictions.
so cute.
Little
though.
Barbie is
Oh,
cute.
what a cute little
Little
blue-eyed
Junior
blonde.
was cute.
And the little junior.
I like his
love
bang.
Little
it.
Junior
Just-
was cute.
Oh, sweet.
He had a
That's
bowl
cute.
cut.
That was nice.
It was very 90s.
Yeah. He had a
And I
nice old 90s
appreciated
bowl
that.
cut going on.
Ginger, I do have one thing to say. Did anybody else notice out there that when Pauline got out of the water and then suddenly she's walking up the steps, she's dry and I mean, maybe she'd been walking all day trying to remember where her house was, but her hair was like she just got out of the lake and then she stands
Perfectly
and she
dry.
looked
Yes.
fantastic, but it was like, you just got out of a lake and you went through this weird
How
vortex
about
thing.
how about her walking out of the lake? I know they were probably trying to avoid that whole James Bond walking out of the lake girl, but she kind of looked hot. I thought getting out of the
I like how
coming
she
up out
let
of the water.
her hair be on her face as she did her lines. Like
Yeah.
she was like, I was like, good for you
I
as
was
an
like, this is
actress.
real. It's like in my mouth, all this hair.
Nice.
I was too busy watching Hot Hunter.
Hot Hunter. And he looks so good, even with his
Yeah.
hair all down without
Oh,
the
yeah.
volume.
Just floppy. Huh? What?
Matt
Wait.
was mesmerized.
Amanda, you said you had something specific, a prediction you want to
Yes.
say when we talked about Melanie.
So you know how Melanie was like, let's just lay down for a while. I wonder if she's trying to get Junior to fall asleep and then she's gonna go take the egg somewhere else.
Or she's gonna impregnate him with her alien baby. I mean, the other way around.
Impregnate
That's
him?
not right.
Yeah,
What?
no, wait a second. What?
huh?
Yes.
She wants
mean,
to get. She wants
he's
to have
gonna
Junior's baby.
impregnate
All I
her
know
and-
is she's been hopped up on hormones and just horny as hell
Yes.
since she got there.
Yes.
She made out with Joe. She almost kissed Junior. She's about to totally bang Junior. She probably, if she didn't have a weird feeling about Barbie, she probably would have made it past at Barbie.
Yes.
Or maybe there's something going on with her.
And the hot
egg.
tech guy's
Her
gonna
egg
come
on
in,
the
and she's
inside.
gonna try.
And why haven't she and Sam reconciled yet?
Because he's a murderer who's not there.
Well, she's a crazy corpse. It sounds like a match made in heaven. I'm
Yes.
just saying.
Yeah, at least a match made under the dome.
Don't-
It could still happen.
Creepy match.
All right, it's time for
Dun,
predictions.
dun, 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 dun.
And now, your AfterBuzz TV predictions.
All right, people.
What?
So, next week's episode looks awesome.
Yes.
And I am miserable at how awesome it looks because it means that I have to reinvest in this show, which I desperately do not want to
Better
do.
get on board.
My DVR did not record the next week predictions. I
Oh.
did not see it. You guys
It
are gonna
is
have to
good.
fill me in.
Everyone is meeting up
Yes.
together. We have a big Jim and Pauline verbal smackdown. You were dead. You were gone for 9 years. I'm alive, I guess.
And he said, I'd do anything to have her back. Let's see if he means it.
Yeah.
They really built that up.
Oh, yeah. And let's see what happens when a little Junior and a little Melanie do a little swirl action.
There are a lot of characters that are meeting now that I'm like, this is going to be interesting.
Wait, so then who do we pair Hunter with? Rebecca Pine? Is that our OTP?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I like that idea.
sure.
That's
Rebecca
the last
Pine
attractive
needs-
person without a
Without a
partner.
partner.
Now that we're not doing the Barbie and Julia break up over absolutely nothing, and then he winds up with Rebecca Pine
Right.
storyline, which I totally thought was happening.
Yes.
Yeah. Because they were doing that at the beginning of the season.
I will say though that now that I've seen this episode, remember in the last episode we were like, what is going on? Like, what is with these theories and everything? Now I think that they've used this episode to tie up loose ends.
Yes.
and to refocus it.
I definitely think that the dome is some sort of alien technology that, and now I'm thinking that Melanie's mom may be an alien because she's so connected to it. And I think that either this private company or the government wants this kind of technology to use for themselves.
Yeah. I think that's
it.
all on the money.
Yeah, there has to be something else going on with the power source. They keep calling the egg the power source.
Right, and if
So
you
what-
have that power source, it's like you can make all kinds of technology.
And even if Melanie's mother is not an alien, she may still be one. She may still be the reason that they brought her back, and the reason why she's so horny all the time is because
she's trying to plant her seed.
100%.
Alien race.
Alien race. All on Earth. I'm telling you. Or we're going back to.
Since I didn't get gnomes under the dome, I will take this.
Yeah.
But I want to know, what is Lyle doing? I want to see that.
He's drowning.
All I can say is it's in the cards. It's all in the cards. It's in the cards. It's in the cards. It's in the cards.
Wait, there's one more missing.
Oh, I found the card.
They didn't show that last card, did they?
The one that Sam stole.
And Dale Barbie was like, I don't want to look at that. Nothing good has ever come from those cards.
Right, the spiral. Yeah. All right, well, folks, we're going to be here next week with an all-new episode of Under the Dome, episode 10, so please come back for that.
Yes.
Amanda, where can the people find you?
You can find me on Instagram and Twitter at The Runway Queen, and I'm also recapping America's Next Top Model and Project Runway.
Okay, and Jackie?
At 123Jackie_B on Twitter, at 123JackieB on Instagram, all one word. And I am with Matt Lieberman doing The Strain here.
Yes.
On Sundays.
On Sunday nights. It's awesome. And Carrie?
Hi, guys. Check me out on Twitter. That's at Comedia Carrie. That's COMEDIACARRIE. Comedia Carrie. You can also check me out doing Legends here at AfterBuzz for the post-show wrap-up.
Wonderful. And you can find me on Twitter at Matt Lieberman, MATTLIEBERMAN. You can also find all my videos for SourceFed and SourceFed Nerd on YouTube. And you can find me here on The Strain with Jackie. We got Sleepy Hollow coming back in a few weeks.
Yes, we do.
Which is going to be awesome. Ray Donovan, Doctor Who and the Nick. Yeah. All right. See you next week. Bye.
Bye.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.
Thank you for watching AfterBuzz TV on YouTube. For more of your favorite after shows and interviews, subscribe to our channel here, and be sure to share your opinion on the episode in the comment section below here. We'd love to see what you guys are buzzing about. Thanks again. Buzz you later.